I don't make this video super long, we're going to get right into this. This song is the way that I am choosing to play Chicago Mass Choir, God Is My Everything. This is not like chord for chord, note for note, a tutorial for the song. It's how I am choosing to play Chicago Mass Choir's God Is My Everything. This song is in the key of E flat. So we'll get started on the scale and the number system, and we'll get started and showing you different ways to play this song. So in E flat, the E flat is the 1. Turn down just a little bit here. So E flat is the 1. F is the 2. G is the 3. A flat is the 4. B flat is the 5. C is the 6. D is the 7. And then you're back at the 1, E flat. So when you first start off the song, one thing that I like to do at my church is we start with this. 1, 2, 3. And then we start doing the on the actual record, they start playing a little guitar lick, and it sounds something like this. So we're gonna go over that real fast. First we're gonna go over the little octave pops. So if you want to start off with that, you can literally just go into the song if you want, or you can just start off with this. And what I have doing these 2 little pulses, this is over the 1. Okay, so you got E flat and E flat in your left hand. That's the 1. The first tone of this E flat scale is E flat, so we're on the 1. And the chord that we have is F, A flat, and D flat. So in my right hand, F, A flat, and D flat. This is a D flat major chord in first inversion. But when you look at it like as a full chord, I don't know what this would be actually. Anyways, so I'm not gonna try to name it. Yeah, no, I won't try to name it. I'll just spell it out. That way I don't mess you guys up because I don't really know how to name chords that well. Okay, so you got E flat on the left, F, A flat, and D flat, and that's what you're pulsing on. 1, 2. So I guess, how would I teach you the rhythm on this? Trying to think of a way I can help you with like the rhythm of when that comes in. Okay, I'll just slow it down so you can kind of see the timing. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's like that. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, here's a little silly thing that I'm gonna make up for this timing. We'll say this. I want pizza now, so give me. I want pizza now, so give me. I want pizza now, so give me. Just something that you can use for the timing on that. But anyways, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or that. I want pizza now, so give me. I want pizza now, so give. So you got that a couple times, okay? So that's that timing on that. Eventually, you're going to start going, and I know I was doing a couple things. At first, I did this. Something like that, I believe, or maybe it was. So I'll give you that real fast. So I was doing the. So that little thing, this is the type of things that you can do throughout this song. You can go B flat, C, B flat. Okay, that's the 5, 6, 5. In your left hand. That's what you're gonna do. 5, 6, 5. In the right hand, you're gonna go to this right here. So what this is, you got F. So actually, this is, yeah, so really you're just going from the G flat and the B flat, but you're going to grace note off of the F. Okay, so you got 5, 6, 5, grace note off the F, so you push the F right before you hit the G flat and the B flat. Okay, so right before you hit that G flat and B flat, you grace note off the F. And that's right after you do this. You can even add that in there, the E flat if you want. But then after that, you're gonna go, after this, you're gonna go E flat, C, B flat. So that whole thing, you got 5, 6, 5, grace note going to the flat 2 right here with the G flat, like that, and then E flat, C, B flat. So slowing it down so you can see the timing of that. 2, 3, and go. You can do octave pops. You can go down here with it. It's like something like a little traditional type of movement that you hear a lot in songs like this. I'll speed it up some. You can even like change it, like how you're doing it. Instead of doing all the, you can just playing with that same thing that I taught you, which is the G flat and B flat, but grace noting off the F. It's just rhythm. So I'm just playing with that thing that I showed you there. I'm just playing with it. So sometimes I'm just going, hitting this multiple times. And this ain't really a blunt intro. I'm just showing you little different things just because I'm here. And why not? So from the top of the song, you got the E flat pulses. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You can add that in there if you want. So that right there is these little octave pops, okay? The octave pops that I'm doing is just hitting the 1, E flat. Get used to doing stuff like that. Okay, so hopefully you got that. I'm gonna move on. When you're ready for that guitar lick, you got this lick. Okay, and again, this is just the way that I'm choosing to play it. So that little lick, you start off with the flat 3. So you got G flat, so really this is kind of like a pentatonic scale that you're going to be using. I think the pentatonic scale is like, or something like that. But maybe that's what it is. Pentatonic scale. But if you don't know what that is, what you're going to hit is G flat, G, B flat, C, E flat. That's G flat, G, B flat, C, E flat. And that E flat, whenever you hit that E flat, it's a little bit of pause in it. Ba-da-da-da-da. Okay? And that's how you're going to do it. So, but after you hit that E flat, you go, that's the C to the B flat. So, that's what I just showed you. I'm going to do it real slow so you can see it. G flat, G, B flat, C, E flat, C, B flat. Okay, that's the first part of the lick. Then you got once again, that's so how I'm doing that is going G flat, F, E flat, C, B flat, A flat. Once again, G flat, F, E flat, C, B flat, A flat. And I'm pretty sure from there, you're just going to start it over again from the top of the lick. And you start it over again. Slowing it down. Okay, so the left hand, what the left hand does on that, when you're doing that, your left hand is going to come in doing those rhythmic pops that we were doing in the very beginning when we were doing the. Your left hand is going to do that. And I'm going to show you a way to be able to practice this and to be able to get that timing down, okay? Here's what we're going to do. So first, we can just hit it. So, when we're doing this left hand, this right hand movement, G flat to the G, whenever we hit the G, because remember we're going G flat, G, B flat, C, E flat, C, B flat. Remember we were doing all that? Whenever we hit this G on that lick on the right hand, we're going to go to the E flat and hit it at the same time. We're going to do all of that. Actually, you know what? Here, don't even hit that E flat yet in your hand, in your left hand. Don't even hit that yet. Just do the lick. Okay, and get all the way to this E flat. When you're going da da da, that's. And then stop right here. Okay, do the lick I just taught you. Stop right there. Now, when you hit this C, now you're going to hit the E flat in your left hand. But you're not going to hold it. It's going to be a pop. So basically, here's a better way for me to explain this. You're going to hit the E flat when you hit this, when you're going that descending thing, that doing that second part of the lick. You're going to hit the E flat when you get to the C. And you're going to hit the E flat again when you get to the A. Okay, once again, you're going to hit the E flat in your left hand when your right hand gets to the C. And when your right hand gets to the A. So, like that. Remember, you hit the E flat whenever you hit the C and when you hit the A. So with the beat, slow it down. Let's just do this for a second so you can practice it. Now let's add the left hand. Hit the E flat when you get to the C, sorry, and the A. It's kind of hard to do it while talking. Let's slow it down a little bit more. I'll put the metronome to it. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Here we go. Sorry about that time, man. I'm messing it up because I told you I'm not a teacher, but I'm trying. practice this just for a little bit more, and then we're going to move on. You don't have to hit the E flat right there. I just keep messing up. Right there. So hopefully you already have that. If not, practice it and practice it and practice it until you're able to do it, you know, without thinking about it. Okay, so practice that over and over and over again until you have it down. Slow it down, because that's going to be the best way for you to get that timing. Because, I mean, how I played it, you got another part coming that's like a... So if you don't have that timing down, you're not going to be able to do this next part of the intro. You know, and on the other video that I played first, I did something like... So I'll teach both ways, and I'm going to slow it down for you too. So you're going to continue to do that lick. So after you do that, sorry about that. Got the lick. Once you get to that part, when you're in that A flat right here, and you've done that a couple of times, now you can start doing a, basically emulating what the bass player starts doing. Because he says, "Can I get a little bass, please?" or something like that. And then you hear the bass player doing something like, right? Starts doing this little walk. Where a way that I kind of started playing this in order to make it easier, I did E flat in my left hand. So starting this bass walk, I did E flat in my left hand. So what I did, E flat on the left hand, and then I went to E flat, a little octave up. And then I went to D flat. That's the 1, going to the 1, then to the flat 7. 1, 1, flat 7. Then I did, which that is going from the G flat to the G to the B flat. Once again, that's G flat, G, B flat. And then I'll start over. So, practicing it with the rhythm. 2, 1, 2, 3, and you can even go down to this B flat if you want. You can go. Sorry. That's without the B flat. Some with the metronome. hit the lick, sorry. And I keep messing it up. But so let's go over the timing and like how you would do that. So you got, remember in the very beginning, I did this where I went from the G flat to the G. Now this time, once we start doing this walking bass, you can actually go to the E flat whenever you hit the G. This is why I started to teach you before, but it was wrong. So G flat to G. Now when you hit the G, you hit the E flat in your left hand. E flat in your left hand. So, remember when I said earlier about like the pentatonic scale? And sometimes you hear this a lot in church. Right? You hear that a lot? That song? I don't know what I would do. How the Lord, you know, that's songs like that. That's basically what you're going to be doing here. But when you do the, so you know how typically you would go G flat, G, B flat, C, E flat? Well, think of it like this. You're going to temporarily substitute hitting the E flat on your right hand, and you're going to let the E flat on your left hand hit the E flat. Man, I'm not making sense right there, but here's what I mean. First hit that G flat to G and hit the E flat on your left hand. Now you go B flat, C, but instead of going to the E flat right away, you go E flat in your left hand. So basically you hit the E flat in your left hand before you hit the E flat in the right hand. Okay? So you're going to do the lick like normal in your right. But you know how we got that brief pause between the C and the E flat? Well, that brief pause is so that the E flat in the left hand can come in and you hit the E flat in the left hand. So you got like that. Bear with me, bear with me. So that is something that I do. So this goes to the C and this goes to the D flat. Even though I should probably do. Yeah, that's what I should probably have been doing this whole time, but I've been always hitting the D flat. So you got the G flat to G, and you're right. And when you get the G, you hit the E flat in your left hand, and then you keep on going with the melody on the right hand, with the lick on the right hand, B flat, C, but before you hit the E flat in your right hand, you're gonna hit the E flat in your left hand. And then you stagger it a little bit. Now you can, instead of going to that, D flat, if you want to, you can actually just go both notes, both hands go to the C, to the B flat, if you want. Like that. From the C to the B flat. the descending part on the right hand, you got that G flat, F, E flat. Now when you hit the C in your right hand, you're going to hit the G flat in your left hand. Okay. Now when you go to the B flat in your right hand, you're going to hit the G in your left hand. Once again, so when you're descending, when you get to the C, you got G flat, and then when you get to the B flat in your right hand, you got G. And you keep on going with the lick going down in your right hand, you go to the A. When you get to the A flat, you're hitting the B flat in your, the B flat in your left hand. Let's go from the top of this lick. Remember, you're going to from the G flat to the G. Hit the E flat. I keep on wanting to go to that D flat because that's how I've always played it, but it's actually the C. So the thing I can say about this here is try to focus on those points where the hands are playing notes at the same time in order to help you with your timing on this part. So when you got the focus on that part, focus on the fact that you push the E flat and the G flat at the same time. If there's anything staggered, like that when you hit the E flat right before you hit the other E flat in your right hand. Focus on those type of things the most because it'll help you. I would just focus on that part right there. Focus on stuff like that in small chunks till you get that timing and that rhythm right. But whenever you're getting ready to go into the song, that's what you're going to hear. So you got... Basically, the bass is getting ready to change into a walking bass line. So what you do is you go from it's almost like the shout music. Right? That typical thing that you hear in shout music, going from the 1 to the 4, walking to the 4, walking from the 1, walking to the 4, walking to the 1, walking to the 4. That's basically what you're about to do here, but not as a shout. You're going to do that. Gospel Keys 300, I believe, is the one that teaches this part. And this will really come in handy for this particular song because that's what it does on that part. So just teaching you what the left hand is doing. You go 1, 2, flat 3, 3, 4, 6, 7, 1. By the letter, it's E flat, F, G flat, G, A flat, C, D flat, D, E flat. So one thing that changes on your right hand is you don't do the you don't do that on this whenever you're doing that. You do the so it's basically like going back to the start of the lick. Okay? Using the same, movement that I showed you. Slow it down so you can see it. Now we're into the verse. God is my everything, right? So you got same thing as before. You got in your right hand, G flat. When you hit the G in your right hand, you hit the E flat. Now when you hit the C in your left hand, that's when you're going to the F. I'm sorry, when you hit the C in your right hand, that's when you go to the F in your left hand. Now when you hit the E flat in your right hand, that's when you're going to the G flat in your left hand. That's E flat in the right, G flat in the left. Now you're gonna go, when you hit the C, when you hit the E flat and you go down to the C, that's when you're hitting the G in your left hand. So C in the right, G in the left. A flat on your left hand, you're getting ready to do this, or I guess you're not going to do the descending thing because you're going to start over, but you hit the G flat. G flat in the right hand, A flat in the left hand. Oh, sorry. E flat in your right hand, you got C in the left hand. E flat in the right, C in the left. Now this time, because you're getting ready to go from the D flat to the D to the E flat, this time you're going to do that, but this time you're going to go from the G flat to the G in the right hand, and then you got the D flat in your left. So when you hit this G, like earlier we did on the E flat, but now we're going same movement on the right hand, but then you're going to the D flat. Okay. This time, when you get to the C in your right hand, you got the D in your left hand. C in the right, D in the left. Now we have finally made it to 1 to start the verse of the song. So I'm going to make an actual separate video teaching the actual songs and different things that you can do when it comes to actually playing the song. This is just the intro, literally 44 minutes to teach the intro, okay? And that's the... That's what we covered. It was covered in much slower. Now, I'm going to keep on going on this video just for this intro, just to show you a couple more things that I was doing. So in the very beginning, when I was doing the little octave pops with the little D flat major chord over the E flat, 1, 2, 3, pop, pop, 1, 2, 3, pop, pop, 1, 2, 3, pop, pop. During the space that you have, there's different things that you can do to kind of spice it up, like doing a... I'll show you this one. Right? But I haven't shown you this one yet. Now this is going from a diminished A, an A diminished, which is A, C, E flat, G flat, and I'm going to an E flat major in second inversion. So once again, that's A, C, E flat, G flat, and then I'm taking that to this E flat major in second inversion. B flat, E flat, G. That's B flat, E flat, G. Like that. So I'm hitting the diminished chord twice. 1, 2. And then I switch it to that E flat major chord I just showed you. And a lot of times I'll hit this E flat over here in my left hand, just as a little, you know, flavor. Okay. You can change the inversion of the A diminished chord too. Basically, any one of these notes that's in this chord, you can change it to that that inversion. So right now I got A at the bottom, but if I have C at the bottom and A at the top, you just still switch from the... You're still switching from this diminished chord to an E flat major chord. Okay? You can even... Okay, any inversion. You're going from that, you know, diminished to the E flat major. Another thing you heard me do, I think, well, that may have been in that was in the actual song. So let's see, I did the... Yeah, right there. All right, sorry. So this right here is just playing with the blues scale. And this is something I'm going to get into more depth on the next video I make when I'm actually going over the song of God Is My Everything. But this is a descending blues scale. So let me see. That's minor. Oh man, so what is the blues scale for E flat? No. scale for the key of E flat. The notes that you can kind of play with when it comes to doing little runs. You can do the 1 is E flat. The 2 for the blues scale is going to be G flat. The 3 is going to be A flat. The 4 is going to be A. The 5 is going to be B flat. And then the 6 is going to be D flat. And then you're back at the 1, E flat. So those are the notes that you can kind of play with in order to do different little runs and funky little, you know, just runs. So you got... I'm just playing with the notes. I'm not doing anything specific. It's just playing with the blues scale notes. Check this rhythm back up a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. Remember that? Literally just playing with the scale. I'm not actually doing anything, and messed up a whole bunch right there. But if you play with the blues scale, learn the blues scale, get familiar with it. That way you can do those little runs that you hear church organists and stuff doing all the time. Not very good at them myself, but those are the type of things that you can do. Almost like you're getting ready to back up a preacher or something like that. Okay. What else did I do? So you got... That's pretty much all I did. And then I started the lick that I've already shown you. All right. So that is the intro to God Is My Everything. The way that I chose to play it. Again, it may not be note for note, chord for chord, lick for lick, but it's just things that you can do in order to play that song. So that's the intro. Meet me in the next video where I'll teach you how to actually play God Is My Everything.